What's up, traders? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option, and this is your look at the week ahead. I'm going to give you the levels to look for in the S&P 500 and the Triple Q. I'm going to tell you the major economic and company events coming up, and I'm going to give you my 5 stocks to watch. So with that, let's dig in. Remind you, Leisha's masterclass starts Monday. You want to learn everything from the Queen of the Candles? Sign up for the masterclass. You'll learn about pitchforks, dojis, bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, hammer, inverted hammer, high wave candles, and you're going to get access to Leisha's proprietary scan to find breakout stocks. You can join the masterclass by clicking in the link. And if you're watching me on YouTube, besides liking and subscribing, you check it out. The link is in the description. So let's dig into what's going on in the markets. Well, from an economic standpoint, we've got a lot of news this week. Friday is non-farm payrolls, and we got some big earnings. Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Apple, AMD, just huge names going up. This week is make or break for the market. Let's take a look at what the market is kind of looking for in some of these names. And in Apple, they're looking for a below average move. Normally it's 4.3. They're looking for about 3.7, which is crazy considering the moves Apple has been making. In Amazon, they're looking for, normally they're looking for 6%. They're looking for about 7. Nothing crazy there. Meta, normally they're looking for 6.44, 8.5 this time. So that is one where they're looking for some fireworks. And then lastly of the ones I wanted to look at real quick, Microsoft slightly bid, 4.5, call it about normal. So that's kind of where we are set up. So on just those earnings, looking at the chart of the SPX, it managed to close just above the 50-day moving average. The question is it going to dip below, or is it going to dip below and test the 100, or does it bounce from here? Well, the QQQ is still below its 50-day, and I don't know that the S&P gets all the way down to the 100-day moving average, but I think there is some more downside. What's going to stop it from hitting the 100? Our good friend, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Industrials, very strong Friday, kind of carrying the market's water while the grade 8, the major tech names, falter. So that leads me to the 5 stocks to watch. And I want to start, obviously, with our earnings stocks. So I'm going to use 2 slots for that. We're going to start with our A's. That's Apple and Amazon. So Apple, it's at kind of a key spot. This is a level it's taken off from. It's still pricing in for something they don't currently do. There could be some real fireworks on Apple. Amazon, this is one where I think the opportunity for maybe a little rally is there. It's below its 100-day moving average. They've actually kind of really discounted good earnings out of this one. So there might be some upside out of Amazon. This is one I'm going to be digging in on pretty aggressively next week. Their earnings are on the 1st. Now, my second slot is going to go to Broadcom, one of the grade 8, but doesn't have earnings. This one is trying to find a bottom. Did almost get to the 100-day moving average, not quite, but it definitely looks like it's trying to find a bottom. Next up on my list, I'm going to use another slot on the M's, Microsoft and Meta. Microsoft is below its 100, Meta below its 100. So both of those are in spots where maybe they could get a little bit of a bid. Maybe they've been discounted enough by the bad earnings out of Google and Tesla that maybe there's some opportunity. Now, if they're bad, look out below. Any of these, if they're not just absolutely incredible, look out below. Next on my list is Honeywell. You're saying Honeywell? Well, got absolutely smoked on earnings. High wave candle on Friday, touched its 200, bounced to its 100, and there are some rumors they may spin off some of their quantum computing, a quantum computing unit, which is worth about potentially $10 billion. You could see a big rally if they're going to do something like that. And then lastly, Nvidia just cannot seem to get off the mat since its split. Really topped out on June 20th, kind of a secondary breathe on July 10th, and looks like it's trying to get to its 100-day moving average. So that one is another one that potentially looks ugly. There are lots of other earnings that I think are interesting next week, T-Mobile, AMD, but these are the ones that I really want you to watch. AMD, of course, is absolutely worth watching because that's going to give us a clue into what's going to happen with Nvidia. Intel is another name. This one is coming off going from having a nice pop into a drop. Their earnings are next week. This is another one that might be an interesting long play. So keep an eye on Intel. There might be worth a cheap call. I'm going to be looking at this one later in the week. All right, so there you have it. Those are my stocks to watch and the major economic indicators I'm looking for and my levels. Once again, you want to check out Leisha's masterclass. You can click the link in here. We're closing the opportunity to join it on Monday, so make sure you take advantage of it. If you're watching me on YouTube, like, subscribe. If you've got a question, leave it in the comments. I will answer it. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your weekend. Have a good one.